Hello everyone, I'm Ronald and you're watching Chelsea versus Burnley Premier League. This is a PES 21 simulation fully recorded and edited for your entertainment. No third-party footage, assets or any other copyrighted material has been used. All content is self-produced for entertainment purpose only.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, I think if they're going to win this, you're going to have to play to the strengths of this fella, João Pedro. Considering his power and his technical ability, you want him on the ball with space around him because he can make so much happen.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. So we're up and running.
Pedro Neto.
Fernandez. Caicedo. James. Palmer. James. Now it's Palmer. And that has gone horribly wrong. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Florentino Luis. Correa. Fofana. Pedro Neto. Fofana. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. João Pedro. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Palmer. Great defending, strong and determined. Bea. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Hartman. It's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Walker. And out it comes again. James, shifted upfield. Kyle Walker. Cullen. Hartman. Palmer wins the duel this time. Palmer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Moved on forwards. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Hartman. Very nicely done. That's an excellent interception. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Lobbed in behind. And he's there to clear it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kyle Walker. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. Broja! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They've played it short, and it's Walker. Delivered with swing. Colwell getting this one clear. Oh, that's nice. Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Punched away. Good chance here. Keeper gets just about enough of it.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
James, aim forwards. Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Kyle Walker. Cullen. Nice control. Cullen. Florentino Luis. Fernandez does really well to win the ball there. James. And it's Palmer. And it's played forward. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. James. Palmer. Caicedo. Palmer. James. That's tidy. Caicedo. Fernandez. Hartman. Beer. Florentino Luis. Hartman forwards and with intent. Florentino Luis. Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker. And it's Walker. That's good play. Cullen. Florentino Luis. Cullen, out towards the flank. Cullen, Kyle Walker. He is just caressing the ball. Played out to the right. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Nice physical challenge. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Fofana. And it goes cross-field. Palmer is onto it in a flash. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Palmer. João Pedro. Caicedo. Fofana. Fernandes. Fofana, gently done. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Referee's given a throw. Kyle Walker. Cullen. Kyle Walker. And it's Walker. Cullen. Hartman. Cullen. Florentino Luis. Oh, it's played into the area. And that's been well dealt with. Lovely bit of skill. There are a few waiting for it. Can he finish? Palmer. Does really well to win the ball there. And here's Broja. Walker. Florentino Luis. Cullen. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Palmer. James. Palmer. Palmer. That is lovely. And it's James. Caicedo. Hartman. Florentino Luis. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Fernandes. Pedro Neto. James. Looks to the other side. Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Chance! Puts it away. Goes to finish! Florentino Luis. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Oh, it's Brozier. Real chance! It's there!
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Played towards the other side. James. And it's James. Palmer. Fired deep. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And they've got a throw. Cullen. Walker. That's very neat. Oh, it's come loose. Cucurella defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ball is over the line. Cullen. Ball's being played in here nice and early.
Yeah, that'll be a test for that defence, but I'd like my players to keep mixing it up if I was in that position, you know, and not become predictable. They've got to avoid that.
James. James chooses to go cross-field. It's Brozier. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Hartman. Cullen. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, nice touch. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And it's Fernandez. Played back in. Oh, nice one too, very nice. That has been knocked clear. Hartman. Hartman. Ball swung in.
Pedro Neto.
João Pedro. Cucurella. Fernandes. Fernandes. Played over towards the opposite flank. Caicedo. Palmer.
Oh, sweet feet.
James.
Up he goes!
Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Played out wide. Hartman.
Showing good feet.
Florentino Luis. Cullen. Florentino Luis. Back into the middle. Knocks it out wide. Kyle Walker. Aimed in towards the centre. Only partially clear. Palmer. Chalobah shifted upfield. Cucurella.
Pedro Neto.
Fernandes. Caicedo. And it's James. James chooses to go cross-field.
Pedro Neto.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Cucurella. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Cullen. Hartman. And he goes cross-field. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Cullen. Hartman. Kyle Walker. Lovely feet. Now that's a fine challenge. Cucurella.
Pedro Neto.
Cucurella.
Oh, that's neat.
Cucurella looking to run onto it. Caicedo.
Palmer!
And it's Cucurella. Cucurella. Aim forwards. Hartman. Kyle Walker. Walker gently done. Caicedo. Fernandez. Moved on forwards. Looks to the other side. And that's a throw. James. Fernandez. It's run loose here. It's come to nothing. And it's played forward. James. Fernandez. Fernandez forwards and with intent. And that is as far as they're going to go. Kyle Walker. Hartman. Caicedo. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Cucurella. Caicedo. James. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And it's Caicedo. It's a mighty effort!
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Cullen. Florentino Luis. Walker. Oh, such a clever touch. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Played towards the other side. Hartman, now he's off and running. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Throw it. Cullen. Hartman. Cullen. Florentino Luis. And it's Walker. Kyle Walker. Walker has it out wide and in space. James chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. Fofana looks to the other side. And that is out of play. Hartman. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Cullen. Hartman. Hartman. Tries to get it clear. Ball's played through. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Fernandez. James. And here's Palmer. And it's James. Caicedo. Wins the duel this time.
Referee has just said play on.
Hartman. Florentino Luis. Proves too strong. Whistle's gone, that's foul. There will be a throw-in. Oh, that's neat. James gets good distance on it. Pedro Neto spread out to the left. Hartman. Hartman. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. James. Cucurella. Caicedo. James. Palmer. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo. Palmer. Clears it away. And here's Neto. Walker gets it clear. And that's been won straight back. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Hartman. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Hartman. Hartman played over towards the opposite flank. That's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Palmer. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Caicedo. Broja did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Walker. That's tidy. Walker with the cross. And he's heaved it away. Palmer. Colwell. Palmer looks to get on the end of this. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Walker. That's very neat. Now then, the ball's come loose. Caicedo. Palmer. James. Caicedo. James. Pedro Neto. That'll be a throw. Beer. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Hartman. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Cucurella. Hit into the middle. That's really well manoeuvred. Hartman. And here's Broja. Broja! Palmer. Palmer. Oh, that's well done. Really robust. Hartman. Cullen. Palmer producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Caicedo. Out to the left it goes. And here's Broja. Hartman. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Caicedo. Fernandez. Chalobah. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Plenty waiting in the middle. Cucurella puts the ball in.
Palmer really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cullen. Hartman. Cullen. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Aim forwards. So who's he picking out? Offside that time. Dubravka sends that a long way. Pedro Neto. Fofana. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Cucurella. And here's Neto. Can he deliver? Cucurella. Cucurella crosses. And it's... He goes for a shot! He scored!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
Chalobah getting this one clear. Danger averted for now. It's gone out for a throw-in. Kyle Walker. Hartman. Played into the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's a pretty loose pass. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. James. And it's Palmer. Caicedo. James. Fernandes. Caicedo. Fernandes. Cucurella. Deftly away. Pedro Neto. Looking for a decent ball in. Ball comes in. Now it's João Pedro. Cucurella. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Pedro Neto. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And the keeper has it. Hartman. Cullen. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Now this is interesting. He has already had his name taken once. The referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Fofana gets it away. And it's Walker. And the shot's on. He's had a shot! Colwell, gently done. Caicedo. Decent progress down the left. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto gets into a good position. Can he find the finish? And again! João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Oh, good spread. And that's going to be a goal kick. Florentino Luis. Moved on forwards. It's gone for a throw-in. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. James. And he goes cross-field. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's found support out wide. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Tries to get it clear. And here's Neto. Very nicely done. Now who's going to be... Could be danger here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge. Cullen.
Hartman, who's on a run down the left wing. And that's aimed into the middle. Fofana clears it away. Caicedo. James looks to the other side. Pedro Neto. Muscular approach does pay off here. Broja. And it's Walker. Cross goes in there. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. Played out wide. Palmer. Caicedo shifted upfield. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Broja. Nice physical challenge. Broja has been caught there, it's a foul. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Fofana. Cucurella. Broja. Florentino Luis. That is lovely. And here's Broja. Broja! And for a moment, time stood still. Caicedo. Played towards the other side. Pedro Neto chasing after it. Caicedo. Over to the left. Pedro Neto is fouled. He is shown a yellow card. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedro Neto. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. João Pedro. And it's Cucurella. Walker does really well to win the ball there. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Hoffman. Hartman. Now here's the delivery. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cucurella. Fofana. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. And it's played forward. James tries making a foray down the right. Palmer. Palmer has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Palmer. João Pedro. Cucurella. Proves too strong. Kyle Walker. Walker hurtling down that right flank. And here's Broja. Broja. Broja, he is onto this. James. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Chalobah. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. Ball's gone out of play. That's a good run down the left. Nice defending, physical and effective. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Caicedo. James. Palmer. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Cucurella. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Kyle Walker. Drilled in low. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Caicedo laid out to the left flank. Pedro Neto. A chance to play it in. It's run loose here. Great defending, strong and determined. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Caicedo. And here's Palmer, and the shot! It's hit the upright. Walker getting this one clear. Fofana. Caicedo. Real chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that plummets the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here.
To pick him out with the cross, but the finish wasn't to be.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so deep.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter. And with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
Aim forwards, out to the right, and it's Walker, played into the middle, tries to get it clear, that's a throw. Walker, lovely bit of skill, nice interception, well timed. Palmer. Caicedo, James, Palmer, James, Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. Pedro Neto. Aim forwards. Over to the left. Well timed, excellent interception. Fofana. Pedro Neto. Fofana. And that's really well manoeuvred. Florentino Luis. Oh, good spread. That's going to go a long way. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Caicedo. James chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. Cucurella goes on a charge down the left. And here's Neto. Caicedo. That pass has been well intercepted. Cullen. Hartman. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Showing good feet. Aimed in towards the centre. Hartman. Time to deliver. Cross goes in there. He's there to get rid. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Colwell. James, head over towards the opposite flank. And he's on a charge. There are a few waiting for it. Defending of the desperate variety. Pedro Neto. Bullish header! Couldn't quite control it.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off for him.
Florentino Luis. Cullen. Hartman. Cullen. And it's played forward. He's shooting! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. And that's aimed into the middle.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement. Otherwise, it's pretty much a waste.
That's really well manoeuvred. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's João Pedro. Out to the left it goes. Plenty to aim at here. Clears it away. Now it's Broja. Hartman. Caicedo wins the duel this time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Palmer. And it's played forward. Oh, look at the space here. In by Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
This was all about good movement in the box, just to allow him to get to it.
Florentino Luis. Aim forwards. Bea. And it's played forward. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. João Pedro. Caicedo. Caicedo, gently done. Bea. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. It'll be a throw-in. Cucurella. Pedro Neto going full steam ahead down the left flank. Palmer! Oh, extraordinary.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Florentino Luis. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto providing an outlet on that flank. Out for a throw. João Pedro. Fofana. Pedro Neto on a charge down the left. Oh, sweet feet. Cucurella. Cucurella. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Caicedo. James. Now it's Palmer. And here's Palmer. James. Oh, it's played into the area. And that's been repelled. Here comes another cross. Shot a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but it made it look like a double. Finishing it up was quite simple after that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And here's Broja.
Broja really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Cucurella. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Foot in. Picks it up out wide. Climbs up big! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. It makes life so much harder for that defence.
Hartman. Aimed in towards the centre. Sanchez claims it, and the danger passes. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cucurella. Chalobah. Caicedo. Palmer. Colwell forwards and with intent. James making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, it's come loose. Yeah, he's fouled him there. pretty, but it gets the job done. And reclaimed it in a trice. Pedro Neto. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's neat. Now it's Pedro Neto. Clears it away.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Fofana. Colwell. Caicedo. James. Colwell. That's really well manoeuvred. Florentino Luis. Fofana. Colwell. James. James carries the ball down the right. And it's Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Defending of the desperate variety. Cucurella. Cucurella. Caicedo. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's good running with the ball. Fofana. Caicedo. James. Looks to the other side. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. And it's Palmer. Palmer! Denied by an instinctive save.
Palmer is offering a right smile there. Tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Aim forwards. Bear. And he goes cross-field. And here's Broja. Walker. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And he's managed to get free. Cross it goes. Dubravka claims it without any fuss. Cullen moved on forwards. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Palmer. Colwell. Pedro Neto. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Played into the middle. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Broja. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Oh, that's nice. James. Palmer. James chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Colwill. Caicedo. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Palmer. He's having a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Florentino Luis, and it's played forward. Kyle Walker. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, that's well done, really robust. He's found the way through. And he's there to get it away. James have it back and can go again. Now it's Broja. Colwill. Cucurella. Fofana. Moved on forwards. Florentino Luis. Cullen. That's really well manoeuvred. Hartman. Florentino Luis. Broja, could it goes. And here's Broja. Broja. It's really well cleared. That'll be a throw-in. Hartman. Cullen. And it's Walker. Now it's Broja! And that's caused a worry or two.
Broja is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Palmer. James. It's a good run down the right. Very nicely done. The cross comes in. Clears it away. Now it's Pedro Neto. Palmer. Nice control. Now it's João Pedro. Aim forwards. Broja. Palmer. Caicedo. Palmer. That's a promising run he's making on the right. That is lovely. James crosses.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a-begging.
Fofana. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Nice physical challenge. Broja. Played into space.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Broja. Cullen.
Are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
That's tidy. Can he deliver? Oh, it's a decent chance! Fofana. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Broja. And here's Broja. Palmer. Caicedo. Palmer. Great run on the overlap here. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Pedro Neto, gently done. Florentino Luis. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. Caicedo. Colwell. James. Palmer. Caicedo. Palmer. That's very neat. So who's he picking out? Caicedo. And here's Broja. And here's Broja. Hartman. He's found some space. Palmer. Chalobah. Moved on forwards. Cucurella. Fofana. He's having a look round. Cullen, aim forwards. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Fofana. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. James. And it's Palmer. James has created one goal already. Showing good feet. Looking for a decent ball in. Lovely bit of skill. Succumbs to the pressure. Roja takes control of it and he's on the move. Florentino Luis. And the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Fofana. Hartman. Oh, such a clever touch. Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Broja. Chalobah. Colwell. Caicedo. Played out to the right. Caicedo, and it's lofted through here. That's a throw. And it's played forward. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Hartman. Lovely feet. Cullen. Almost an hour gone. Florentino Luis. Cullen.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Pedro Neto, now he's off and running. They get a throw-in. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Hartman. It's a throw-in. Hartman. And that has been cleared. Great chance! Cullen. Shoots! Palmer. Fofana. Cucurella. Chalobah. Caicedo. James. Palmer. Caicedo. Cucurella. And here's Neto. Muscular approach does pay off here. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Cucurella really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
And here's here's Broja. Broja played out towards the right wing. And it's Walker. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And here's Broja.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. He is just caressing the ball. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. James, it's a delicate pass. He can get that clear. That's the throw. Caicedo. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. In with the challenge. Now it's Broja. Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. Can he finish? Well, the ball's come loose here. Cleared without complication. Hartman. Florentino Luis. Turns and goes back. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Probing pass. Tries to get it clear. Kyle Walker. Cullen. And it's Walker. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Laid back in. Great defending, strong and determined. Cucurella attempts a clearance. Florentino Luis. Cullen. João Pedro. João Pedro. Out to the left it goes. Colwell. Caicedo. Fofana. Cucurella. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, nice touch. Oh, Up he goes! He will be livid with himself. Colwell shifted upfield. Palmer. Chalobah. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer! That was very necessary. Defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's really well manoeuvred. Beer. Kyle Walker. Oh, Red, nice interception. Fofana, Colwell, Caicedo, Colwell, aim forwards, James. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Cullen. And here's Broja. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Broja really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cucurella. Chalobah. Caicedo. Proves too strong. Broja. Kyle Walker. Cullen. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Lovely feet. Cross goes in. Header! Oh, that's nice. Caicedo. Oh, it's come loose. And it's played forward. Kyle Walker. Caicedo, forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto, shifted upfield. Does really well to win the ball there. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he's going direct. And it's Caicedo. Does well to get it back. Now who's going to be first to this? Hartman. Florentino Luis. Broja. Out to the right. Lovely bit of skill. A chance to play it in. Tries a shot! More pressure on the opposition goal.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Fofana. Caicedo, aim forwards. There will be a throw-in. Hartman. Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Cullen. Back into the middle. And here's Broja, and the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it. And it's been taken short. Crossed into the middle. Keeper has taken decisive action. Florentino Luis. And he whips. There's the header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Point-blank header! Oh, not the best of headers. Caicedo. And it's Palmer. Wins the duel this time. Cullen. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. James. Palmer. Succumbs to the pressure. Cullen. Hartman. Florentino Luis. Broja head out towards the right wing. Chalobah cuts out the pass. Broja looking understandably energised after his goal. Hartman. That's good play. Plenty waiting in the middle. Keeper's dealt with that. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Chalobah. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Cullen. Hartman. Moved on forwards. And it's Walker. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! What remarkable powers of recovery! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So all square, and not for the first time.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit-for-tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
Caicedo. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. That's tidy. There are a few waiting for it. Pedro Neto. Excellent challenge there. Pedro Neto! Just about up to 75 minutes. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Caicedo. Hartman. Hartman is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's James. Now it's Palmer. Played in deep. And he's there to clear it. And that's really well manoeuvred. Driving forward. Now it's Broja. Hartman. It's a mighty effort! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Caicedo. Palmer. James. Caicedo. That'll be a throw. Very nicely done. And it's James. Now it's Palmer. Palmer. Now here's the delivery. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Hartman. Cullen. Cullen. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Hartman.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Pedro. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, what a... Sticks it away! And they've got their lead back. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Palmer wins the duel this time.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
The most accurate pass. And it's Walker. That's very neat. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And here's Broja. Oh, good spread. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And it's been taken short. Gets the shot away! Fofana, aim forwards. And here's Broja. Shot, surely! Smashing header! Should have equalised.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
James. Colwell. Caicedo. Pedro. Played out to the right. Palmer. In by James. Oh, that's not going to find its target.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Walker. Delivery from Walker. And that has been cleared. Oh, good spread. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Chalobah gets it away. Walker, and he welcomes it in. Cullen. Broja. Broja! So close to drawing level.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Well, Jim, this really does look like a safety in numbers approach to defending we're seeing here.
Well, sometimes you just have to prepare for what's coming your way, and they know that they're going to be involved in certainly the next spell of physicality in dealing with an aerial approach.
Yeah, it's toe-to-toe, bicep to bicep, all about feet and inches. And it's Caicedo. Oh, good take in a good area. Does really well to win the ball there. Gets his head on it! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Cullen, and it's played forward. Played towards the other side. Showing good feet. Pings it across.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
For a throw. Pedro Neto.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Correa. Pedro Neto going full tilt down the left. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Caicedo. James crosses.
I think the message here is quite clear to them. They want another one, and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Moved on forwards. Kyle Walker. Walker charging forward down that flank. And that's played in low.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
James tries making a foray down the right. Hit into the middle.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that has been clubbed away. That's aimed into the middle.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Out to the right. Palmer. Oh, that's neat.
think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Fofana. Caicedo. James. And it's Palmer. Palmer looking to run onto it. And the flag has stayed to chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
João Pedro has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
James. Aimed in towards the centre.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Fofana. Caicedo.
Oh, good spread.
Played into the middle.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Caicedo. João Pedro. Palmer. Can he deliver? Crossing. There's the header! And somehow he managed to miss it. That's really well manoeuvred. Cullen. Hartman. Hartman drives forward on the overlap. Time to deliver. Lovely ball. And he shoots! Fofana gets rid without sophistication.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward and he's making progress on the ball. Ah, such a clever touch. Florentino Luis. Cullen.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's run loose here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Fofana. Chalobah. James. And it's Palmer. João Pedro. Played out to the right. James. James. Hurtling down that right flank. And that has been cleared. So who's he picking out? Caicedo. Takes the shot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Caicedo. Cracking ball. He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Looks to the other side. Cullen. Hartman. Cullen. And here's Broja. Broja! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. The final 5 minutes. I think we're just about done here. Cucurella. Fofana. And it's played forward. Well, a throw in.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Hartman.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
James. Can he get onto this? Palmer.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Chalobah. Quality ball. Florentino Luis. It is now or never. Time is against them. He is just caressing the ball. Shapes to shoot! James. Palmer. João Pedro. A searching ball out wide. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. That was very necessary. And claimed it back swiftly. Pedro Neto.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. Oh, sweet feet. Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. There's the shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, another save. They need to get it in quick. And he'll shoot here! Fofana attempts a clearance. That is lovely. There's the shot! Defending of the desperate variety. Final seconds, this has to be it. And here's Broja. Broja.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Caicedo. Chalobah aim forwards. Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. Broja! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Correa. Can he latch on to this?
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Caicedo. Caicedo, gently done. Nice physical challenge.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Hartman. Cullen. Kyle Walker. Hartman. It is now or never. Time is against them. Kyle Walker. Florentino Luis. Hartman. One good cross, maybe the last chance. That's a danger. Takes a shot!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Muscular approach does pay off here. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. And they've got rid. That's been won straight back. Hartman. Cullen. And here's Broja. Nice control.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's a promising position. And it's Cucurella. That's very neat. Looking for a decent ball in. Well read. And danger is averted. That's really well manoeuvred. Caicedo. Cucurella. Pedro Neto in acres of... Can he finish? No, not this time.
He had a good feel of the whole situation, and he's acknowledged the service.
Aim forwards. Hartman. Calmly anticipates. Colwell. Chalobah. Chalobah shifted upfield. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Keeps on running. Proves too strong. Cucurella. João Pedro. Cucurella. Pedro Neto looking to run onto it. A chance to play it in. And here's Palmer. Palmer. Over to the left. Plenty waiting in the middle. That is lovely. Hangs in across. And that's out of reach. Time added on, 4 minutes. Walker making good progress on the right-hand side. It'll be a throw-in. Chalobah. Pedro Neto. Colwell. The pass has gone astray. And here's Broja. Broja. Well, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
He's having a go. And one more try. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never. Hartman. They are right into last chance territory. Succumbs to the pressure. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. That's a nicely shaped ball. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto! Taken with style. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. They are now a 9-man team.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's there to clear it. Pedro Neto. And it's played forward. Florentino Luis. That's good play. Hartman flashes it across. That's a throw. Elects to cross. Brilliantly cut out. Caicedo. Colwell. Chalobah. Fofana. Fofana forwards and with intent. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Pedro Neto. That has found him in acres of space. Time to deliver. Oh, that's neat. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. From those players, what unity, what joy. That was so very, very